Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support. For those who have not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button. Today we'll be talking about scholarships and bursaries. I know that those who are currently applying for universities right now, you guys are busy looking for information that is related to scholarships so that you don't worry about how you can support yourself financially. So first things first, how do you get these scholarships? Companies that have scholarships would like to reach the audience, which is you guys. Some companies approach platforms like all bursaries, so that information can be shared via email. Another common practice is to invite students to an information session where the company will be unpacking with you guys some of the information around what you need to do to get the application, or they would distribute the application form for you to apply for the scholarship. Another way is signing a register where you sign up and you provide your email, and then that evening you get an email from that company saying this is the application and this is how you can submit your application. So now let us look at some tips on how you can cut through all of this process and make sure that you increase your chances of getting the scholarship. So basically, if you notice in some of the information sessions, the company would like information like references, some of the requirements, or some of the things they would tell you that we're looking for people who are below 35, maybe looking for people who are in linguistics or in economics. Then they will also talk about the number of people that they're looking for. Like we're looking for 5 students to see the ones that actually qualify. And some students, they hear some of these things and already they leave the room because they know they do not qualify. Only a few people will be left in the room, those who truly qualify. And chances are, even out of those people in the room, some people will not follow through with the application. Maybe there are some documents that they feel like they can't get on time. So, as a person really interested, make sure that this important step you don't miss. Now, let's go to the tips. The first thing is reading the information very carefully to avoid mistakes that happen when you scan through documents and you're not paying attention to what is asked and you read with distraction around you. The second thing is planning ahead. There is nothing more important than planning. Planning when it comes to scholarship includes all the documents that you will need. If maybe you need to certify some of the documents on time. Things like approaching people that can vouch for you, approaching those people on time. Now, the third step is collecting information that is necessary. Collecting information that is necessary include downloading transcripts from the university website or approaching the administrative offices to get the transcript, to get registration letters if that is what the scholarship requires. Set aside time to go and do all of these things so that you don't end up not having the necessary documentation. Checking things like that will not only help you to send the application on time, but will also keep you accountable. Most important step is selling yourself. This is very important because the selection panel do not know much about you. Therefore, the application is there for you to sell yourself. The application is there for you to say, this is me, I'm very unique. This is what you're gonna get if you select me. So how do you then sell yourself properly? Aligning your experience, your background, education, hobbies, and research interests to what the company stands for, their values, to some of their things they mention on their website. Check the requirements for the scholarship, check the descriptions and the values that they say they hold as a company. so that you tick all the boxes. If you haven't subscribed by now, please subscribe. This is very important information. Part of selling yourself is how you describe yourself. For instance, you can show us or create a scenario that showcases that you're someone who is hardworking, so that when the selection panel is dealing with the application, they can see that, okay, this person is dedicated and is eager to learn through some of the demonstrations, not just saying, I am diligent, going to help you much, because chances are there's also someone else who's doing the same thing. So describe yourself instead of defining. The next step is recommendations and people who can vouch for you. These people are very important in strengthening your application, because these are people who will make sure that the words they use are showing you to be the most dedicated and successful student. So choose these people wisely. Try to find a way of making them have less work. So instead, maybe offer to write the recommendation letter and then they can add it up. So in some cases, you find that this is someone who knows you from back then when you were doing your undergrad. They would like to present you, but they don't have enough information as you have progressed so much in life. What you need to do then is to provide all of that information to them. Give them more that they can work with so that they can vouch for you in a better way. Now, what's next is doing a checklist where you look at your application form and what you have so far. Have you completed the form? Have you submitted all the required documents? Now that you've submitted all the required documents, who will be recommending you? When are they submitting those recommendations? And now you are just checking what is missing from your application. Now, the next thing is to avoid doing things last minute. The checklist shouldn't be happening on the day of submitting your scholarship or bursary. Because what if, for instance, you forgot to certify your ID document, or you forgot to go to residence to find the proof of address, if that's where you need to get it? What if you need to travel and spend the entire day to find that information that you're looking for? So days leading to the submission, that is when you're doing your checklist and you're making sure that everything that is necessary to make your application successful is provided. Now, avoid excitement. Excitement is being like, I have everything that I need. My lecturers just told me that they submitted their recommendations and I have completed the application and I've scanned through it, and now I have submitted most of the documents and I'm pressing send. So when you do that, now you are making your application look clumsy. So avoid this at all costs. Make sure that you're doing this. So make sure that you're doing this with a clear mind, because what ends up happening when you submit your application and you forget some of the things, and now you have to write an apologetic email or submit a new application, is the selection panel think that you are someone who doesn't pay attention, someone who makes a lot of mistakes, who is not trusted to work individually, who constantly needs supervision. So you would like to avoid this at all times. Now, the last tip, apply to as many scholarships and bursaries as possible. This will help you to at least not be anxious when you're getting we regret emails. This will also build up your confidence and make you someone who look at feedback from scholarship as just a learning curve for them to improve for the next scholarship. Those no's should not make you want to quit applying, but to make you continue as long as you will be getting your scholarship. It's motivating to get one scholarship, and it builds up your confidence, and it will help you as you are also applying constantly for other scholarships to improve the way you sell yourself. I hope this information was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your time. Subscribe and click on the notification so that you can continue receiving videos like this. Bye.